guys, and welcome to this video. So today I'm going to be talking you through all of my favorites from the month of January. I can't believe it's already the end of January. I feel like I was just making my 2016 favorites and now we're already in February. It's crazy, time is flying, but I found a lot of new favorites in this month that I'm really excited to share with you guys. So most of my favorites for the month are obviously makeup related, but I do have a couple that aren't, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with those and then we'll get into the makeup items. So my first favorite of the month is actually a skincare item. It's this Burt's Bees cleansing oil with coconut and argan oils. It says it's for normal to dry skin. You guys know I have oily skin, but I have still been loving this. It's on the pricier side. It's $15, but it does have 6 fluid ounces. So per fluid ounce, this is actually really not bad. I've been using this every single night to take off my makeup. I'm not using this alone. I'm double cleansing because I wear a good amount of makeup throughout the day. I usually wear a foundation on a daily basis, and I felt like with just washing my face with a cleanser, I wasn't really getting everything off. I would always feel like I had something left over on my skin. I was using the simple cleansing oil for a while and I felt like it did a pretty good job, but then when I decided to pick this up and try it, I think this one is way better. All you do with this cleansing oil is on your dry hands and dry face, you just pump. You need like a half a pump of this onto your hands and then smooth it all over your face, and you can just see your makeup breaking down. It breaks your makeup down in such a gentle way using like coconut oil, argan oil, things that are really good for your skin, anti-aging and moisturizing, so that you're not stripping your skin of all of its natural oils and overwhelming it. So I know it seems counterintuitive to use an oil on your oily skin, but the reality is if you strip all of the oil from your face, your skin's going to overproduce oil to replenish it. So this kind of uses good oil to get the bad oil off, if that makes sense. And I just find that I'm getting so much more of my makeup off when I first use this to break down my makeup and remove it, and then follow with a cleanser, because then the cleanser is actually cleansing my skin and not just kind of rubbing the makeup around. So especially if you wear a good amount of makeup on a daily basis, I would recommend investing in something like this to make sure you're breaking down and getting all of your makeup off every single night and not clogging your pores. So my next favorite is a hair item. It is this L'Oreal Elnett Satin Hairspray Extra Strong Hold. I have been using this to style my hair ever since I got it this month, and I am obsessed with this. It does have a really strong scent. They do make one that's an unscented version of this, so if you're sensitive to smells, I would recommend that one because this one does have a very strong scent. But I personally like the scent. I've just been skipping my perfume when I wear this so that I'm not exuding fragrance from every part of my body, but I like the way that this smells. And the thing that I love about it the most is that it holds my curls, it holds the style of my hair without feeling crunchy. And I know a lot of hairsprays claim to do that, but this one really, really does. Even immediately after I spray it through my hair, I can run my fingers through my hair super easily. It still feels really soft to the touch. I'm wearing it in my hair today, and you can't tell, but my curls stay so much better than they do without it. At first I was like, this isn't doing anything. I can't feel anything in my hair, but I did notice a huge difference when I didn't use this in the lasting power of my curls. This is again on the pricier side, but you have to look at how much product you're getting for the price. This is another $15 one, but you're getting 11 ounces. I saw a travel size version that was $7, but it was only 2 ounces. So you're buying 2 ounces for $7 or 11 ounces for $15. So it's definitely a better deal to go ahead and get the bigger version if you're someone that uses hairspray on a regular basis. And this amount of hairspray will last a really long time. Okay, so I know those first two were on the pricier side, so now we're gonna go 180 on the other end of the spectrum and talk about my next favorite, which is this Wet n Wild crease brush. This is 99 cents, which don't even get me started. It is insane. And I've had this for a while, but I recently have been reaching for it more and more, and I've been washing it and really putting it through the wringer, and it hasn't shed, it hasn't changed the quality of the brush. It is so soft, and it does an amazing job of blending my eyeshadow through the crease. It's a really good size. It reminds me of, if you guys are familiar with the Sigma E35, it's got long tapered bristles, and it does an amazing job of blending my eyeshadow out. I can't say enough about this. It competes with my Sigma brushes, which are like $15, $16 a pop. I want to go buy like 10 of these because that would be less than the cost of one Sigma brush. Absolutely, absolutely love this. So the next product is something that was in my haul video. I'll link that down below, so I'm not going to talk about it for too long, but it's this Milani Stay Put Matte 17-Hour Wear Liquid Liner. I only really picked this up because you guys were asking about a bunch of the Milani products, and I wanted to review it and give you my thoughts. And typically when I do that, I try it out for a few weeks and then give you my thoughts and go back to my holy grail, which is the NYX Collection Nior Liquid Liner. But I found myself keeping this one in my makeup bag, which is like crazy for me. I never do that. I always go back to my holy grail. I still love that one to death. But the fact that this has stayed in my makeup bag this month shows how much I've just been loving the finish of a matte black liner. I think it's just a little bit of a funky twist. It's unexpected but very subtle. And this is just so black, which you would expect from any black liquid liner, but a lot of the drugstore ones aren't as opaque as they should be, and they kind of come off more of a charcoal or gray and not a deep, deep black. And this is the blackest black you can find, and I'm obsessed. So I have been loving this month. Okay, so the next two are actually eyeshadow palettes. They're both palettes that I picked up this month, and I have been reaching for them a lot. This first one I posted about on Instagram recently, and it is the Magnifies eyeshadow by Rimmel. And I first of all just want to say that I'm really happy Rimmel came out with an eyeshadow palette at a $7 price point, because I feel like a lot of the drugstore brands have been coming out with these like $14 eyeshadow palettes, and that's just not really a drugstore price. So I really appreciate that they came out with a truly drugstore priced eyeshadow palette that's really high quality. They came out with 3 different palettes, so depending on what you're looking for, you can go for one of the 3. The first one is Keep Calm and Wear Nude, which is kind of comparable to like a Naked palette, the Naked One palette, with kind of neutral colors. The second is called Grunge Glamour, which is more like the smoky Naked palette with kind of deeper shades for a grungy, smoky look. And then this one is the third one they came out with, and it is the London Nudes Calling. This reminds me the most of the Naked 3 palette, which I don't have. I have those other 2 Naked palettes, so I picked this up because I don't have a whole lot of shadows in this color range. This one has the least amount of matte shades of the 3. This is the most shimmery palette. Some of these are not that impressive, like this first shadow, this like white, is pretty chalky and kind of glittery rather than being shimmery. So when I first was swatching this, I was like, oh, maybe this isn't gonna be good. Then I swatched this one and I was like, hello. These darker shades like blew me away. They're so pigmented, so creamy, and most of the shades in this palette are really good. There's a couple non-starters in here, but overall for the price point, I was really impressed by this. I wouldn't say it's as good as the CoverGirl True Naked palettes. Those are absolutely amazing, my favorites of 2016. But I would say that these are really, really high quality, so I'm impressed by this. So this next palette is pretty much the opposite of that one. That was mostly shimmery, kind of bright shades. This is an all matte palette by e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Mad for Matte 2 palette, and the colors in this just really, really attracted me. I love the warm tones and the fact that it's an all matte palette from the drugstore. That's really hard to find. It's $10, so it's a little bit on the pricey side, especially for e.l.f. But I have found myself literally not putting this down. I have been using this almost every day, and I've been obsessed with specifically this orange shade. It's like absolutely amazing for a crease color, kind of a warm smoky eye. This palette is really, really impressive. The shades are really, really blendable, buttery, not too chalky or powdery. And the fact that they're all matte makes it a super versatile palette, which I really like. So an all matte palette from the drugstore is just awesome in my opinion, and I have not been able to put this down this month, so I'm including it in this favorites. Okay, and then last but not least, this is a new discovery for me. It's not a new product, it's been out forever. I cannot believe I just now am trying this foundation, but it's the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Foundation. I picked it up and I was like, how have I never tried that foundation before? And I put it on. I did all of this on Snapchat, and you guys know that follow me on Snapchat. I was blown away by this. It is a full coverage, super, super long lasting, pretty mattifying. You're still gonna have to blot throughout the day, but it was still pretty mattifying, and it just doesn't budge. Even where you get oily, the foundation doesn't start to break up or cake up, which is usually the case when your oil starts to break through. But this is really, really long lasting and super impressive. I can't believe it's taken me this long to try it, but I'm so glad that I did. It has become one of my new holy grails for sure. So that is going to be it for this video. Let me know down in the comments below what your January favorites have been, and if I'm sleeping on any other products like I did on that Rimmel foundation. I can't believe I haven't tried that. Oh my gosh. Just let me know down in the comments below. I love seeing your comments and your thoughts. I always read every single one of them and I really appreciate them. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.